We want to welcome you to the Pirates Digital Media pregame show today. I am Rick Cole. It's a doubleheader night tonight. First, the women's game between number 11 North Central Missouri College and number 19 Highland Community College from Highland, Kansas. Then later tonight, we'll have the men's matchup between Highland and North Central Missouri College. Back with all of that in just a moment.
My name is Leslie Collins, and I'm the Campus Activities Coordinator. We try to have activities or events on a weekly basis, and those are chosen by our Campus Activities Board or our housing staff. Another thing that happens on the campus is the different sporting events is free to all the NCMC students. We also have different clubs and organizations that you are able to get involved in on campus. It's a great way just to meet people and just a way to get involved on campus.
Let's start out our night tonight by taking a look at number 19 ranked Highland Community College. They are 12-4 out of the Kansas Jayhawk Community College Conference. Sandra Proctor is in her first year at Highland. She's a former assistant at Colby County and Northeastern Junior College in Colorado. She inherited 3 returners from last year's team. This team at 12-4 overall is 4-2 on the road. They lost their last game Saturday at State Fair, 68-55. In that game against State Fair, they shot 33% to State Fair's 46%, and they had 16 fewer rebounds than the Roadrunners. The best player on the Scotty team may be Cameron McNamara. She's a 6'1" freshman post from Pennsylvania, averaging 13.8 points a game, 7.9 rebounds a game. She leads the team in both categories. She had 7 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 blocks when Highland beat North Central on December 6th at Highland, 54-45. Let's take a look now at the tail of the tape, and then we'll hear from Highland head coach Sandra Proctor. Coach, Highland was a pretty good program, still a pretty good program. Is that fun, or would you rather come in and build from nothing and, not have that target on your back right away?
I think it's fun, and it's a little bit challenging just because the team last year had a few more freshmen that should have been sophomores this year. We only have 3, so we are very freshman heavy. So I know, everybody kind of remembers the Jordan era of Highland, which, had really good success under Coach O'Brien. And being able to bring in these freshmen and kind of replicate those things, it's been challenging, but it's fun. It's a little bit harder getting them to kind of understand what conference is going to be like, because none of them have really gotten to see what Johnson County looks like, or a KCK or a Neosho. But they've all kind of accepted the challenge, and I think we've done well so far, and just hoping we can continue.
You have 3 returners from last year and a bunch of new faces. I would imagine there's a lot of teaching going on in your gym during your practices.
At times, a lot of our freshmen had a year of prep, so they got to see and they got to play against junior college teams before. So they got to see a little bit different. So it's a few girls that came straight from high school, a couple more that got that prep year. So a lot of the teaching does happen, but it's more so from our girls from the girls to us, from us to the girls. It's very open and giving the girls an opportunity to speak on different things that they see, speak on different things that they think that we should implement. And I mean, we're 12-4, so, their input has definitely been appreciated and definitely been taken in.
One of your 12 wins was against North Central earlier in the year. Can you kind of reminisce about that a little bit? Tell us what that game was like.
That was probably the most stressful game we've had this season. We understood it was going to be a challenge, and it definitely was. I know they had a few girls that were out that got sick or that had some injuries, but it was, we went on a really good run, and I thought we did very well. And then North Central showed exactly how good of a team that they are, and challenged us a lot in the last 2 quarters. And my stress level was through the roof. I'm glad that we pulled it off, and North Central is an amazing team. So it's definitely no shade to them. They played an amazing game, and I know Wednesday's game is going to be just as challenging, if not more.
Fully vested in the Trenton community since 1992, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri is a firm foundation for your financial needs. Whether you choose to utilize the convenient mobile banking app, ATM, drive-up or lobby, the local staff is dedicated to providing you exceptional service. Come grow with us. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC.
Welcome back to our women's pregame show as number 11 North Central Missouri College takes on number 19 Highland Community College. When we talk about the Pirates at 13-4, we're seeing something we haven't seen in a while. The Pirates have lost back-to-back games, one before the semester break and one last week. They lost to number 19 Palm Beach State in Florida before Christmas, and then they lost Thursday to number 2 Johnson County 56-41. Johnson County, by the way, is the new number 1 team in the nation this week. Against Johnson County, the Pirates continued to struggle shooting, shot 27% in that game as their shooting woes continue. However, the Pirates are 8-1 at home as they face number 19 Highland. They played each other December 6th at Highland. Pirates came up short 54-45, shooting 25% in that game. 8 of 18 free throws. They had 10 assists on 16 field goals made, turned the ball over a dozen times, and Highland blocked 9 shots against the Pirates in that game. Let's hear now from head coach Jenny Croy, and then we'll go down live to the floor for the start of the game. Jenny, coming off the loss to Johnson County, highly regarded. You'd played them once. You knew how good they were. I don't think they disappointed at all in the way they came out and played very hard against you.
Yeah, we knew, you know, going in and year out, Johnson County has a phenomenal program. And so we had played them earlier in the year down there and played them a solid 3 quarters, but it had just a terrible third quarter against them. And up here it was the rough start. We got off to a slow start, and they jumped out to an early lead, and I think after one maybe had a 7-point lead, and then the other 3 quarters we played them to a 3-point game each quarter. But defensively, I felt like our effort was great. We did some really good things defensively, but offensively we struggled, and that's a combination of just playing a high caliber team like that. They came in ranked second. I look for them to probably jump to 1 this week. And so, we've got to do a better job of finishing around the rim. And when we have those opportunities, we have to execute and finish and put the ball in the hole. And we struggled to do that.
Well, not to rub salt into the wound, but I think you went almost 3 quarters of the first quarter without or with 1 shot.
Right, we did.
How did that feel?
Terrible, actually. I don't want that to happen again. But we just struggled to look at the basket. We had some turnovers, and we've been working a lot on, moving the ball, and maybe we moved the ball, we just didn't look at the basket, and we've got it. We talked about it at practice last night. We've got to have a score mentality. We can't pass up open looks, especially against good teams like that. When they give you a look, you've got to be ready to shoot the ball. And so I just think we weren't looking at the basket, and they weren't giving us looks at the basket either. And so it was a combination of both. But playing a team like that, you've got to play a near perfect game, and we had some mistakes.
And on the other side of that coin, though, is your defense, which you mentioned. You held them well below their scoring average for the season. You made it awful difficult. Once things kind of found some equilibrium, very difficult for them to run their stuff, I thought.
Yeah, we knew what they like to do, dribble drive and attack the basket. And so we wanted to clog the middle as much as we could. And so, I felt like our kids worked together great on the defensive end. We were talking. The energy in the gym was phenomenal too, with the elementary school in attendance. And
yeah, wasn't that something?
Yeah, that was fun. And we wanted it to be that way. And I think that does help the intensity and just kind of elevates everything that's happening. And so I felt like we brought it on the defensive end, and just if we could have executed on both ends of the floor, it would have been great.
Right. I've got to ask you, because we've talked about it in several different ways, but the shooting since early in the year has just kind of been in decline, and that's really different for one of your teams.
Yeah, it is, and I don't know. We're not doing anything different than we've done in years past. We try to get in shooting during practice, work on game-like shots. We have them come in and put in extra shots as well, and so hopefully it gets back to where it started and it pays off. I know Jessica had a great start to the season, and then once teams figure out, hey, this is what she can do, then they key on that. And so we just have to make sure again that we're ready to shoot on the catch and we finish around the rim. Those two things are huge, and we got to work on getting ourselves open a little bit better than what we do too.
Right. Now you face Highland. They beat you earlier in the year. They are also highly ranked. What's the look as you go into Highland? We know it's going to be a competitive game. And so, I think at their place we jumped out to an early lead, and then they came back. It was kind of back and forth for a bit, and then second half we struggled to score. And so, we really have focused and worked on some offensive movement in the past few practices, and so hopefully that pays off for us. Defensively, we're going to have to play well. They're quick. They've got size underneath the basket as well, and so we did not have Tori. She was out with the flu that game, so hopefully having her back against them is going to help. Right. Jenny Croy and the Pirates take on Highland, and we'll go down to the floor in just a moment here on Pirates Digital Media. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I wanted to let you know about some of the pirate gear we have here in the campus store for you. We have all sorts of clothes for every season, from sweatpants to shorts, tank tops to hoodies, baseball caps to visors and stocking caps. We have coffee cups and water bottles, and we have specific apparel for sports like basketball, softball, baseball, golf, esports, the Dance Wave team. We have ag shirts, teacher education, nursing apparel, and also nursing supplies. So come on in and check it out and get your pirate gear.
Live from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton, Missouri. It is basketball this afternoon and tonight as North Central Missouri College hosts Highland Community College of Highland, Kansas. And good afternoon to you if you are expecting us to be around a little later tonight. They've moved these games up 2 hours, so we hope you've made the adjustment. We have, and we're ready for our women's game first and then the men's game coming up later tonight between Highland and North Central. The two teams in most of their cases have had a chance to play since the Christmas break. The Pirate men have not. They will be playing later tonight for the first time this new semester. But first, the women's game between 13-4 North Central and 12-4 Highland. Let's go down to the floor and Philip Wilson.
Out of Highland, Kansas. At this time, we ask those who are please stand. Remove your hats as we salute this great country of ours who can play into our national anthem. point guard, 5'8" sophomore, number 1, Shakoria Hill. At guard, 5'9" sophomore, number 2, Garnisha Love. At guard, 5'6" freshman, number 11, Michaela Lamel. At guard, 5'8" freshman, number 21, Jaleisha Hall. And at 4'6" freshman, number 40, Cameron McNamara. The head coach for the Scotties is Sandra Proctor. The assistant coach is Krishna Baker. Now everyone on your feet for the starting lineup of your Lady Pirates. At 4'6" sophomore from Mercer, Missouri, number 3, Corey Meineke. At guard, 5'7" sophomore from St. Louis, Missouri, number 10, Day Russell. At guard, 5'6" freshman from Chillicothe, Missouri, number 11, Jessica Reeder. At guard, 5'6" freshman from Lee, Missouri, number 25, Bailey Fleming. And at 4'5" sophomore from Polo, Missouri, number 33, Gary Copeland. Head coach for Lady Pirates, Jay Boyd, assistant coaches.
And there you go, the starting lineups today from North Central Missouri College and the Ketchum Community Center. We're glad you can be with us, whether you're a Pirate fan or a Scotty fan, as the Scotties come in after defeating North Central 54-45 back in the first week of December. They shot 35% in that game. The Pirates shot 25%, and that, as we talked to Jenny Croy a few moments ago, has been the bugaboo for the Pirates after the first couple of games of the season. So we are set to go. Connor Hazelrig will toss the ball up, and it's Highland that will have first shot at things as they move from left to right. This is the guard, Michaela Lamel, who will kick it back outside. Garnisha Love will pass out, and handling the ball at the top of the key, Jaleisha Hull. Really you want to watch is the big post girl who is handling the ball right now, Cameron McNamara. And as she feeds to the inside, it's Reeder that picks it away for the Pirates. Meineke, Russell, Fleming, and Copeland along with Reeder, and the Pirates turn it over, and here comes Highland once again. So just underway, and the Pirates and Highland are scoreless. That's going to be a steal for Russell, who is very good at that kind of thing. She's 10th in the nation in steals. Fleming with an outside look, and that's underneath. Copeland, who will set it up again as the Pirates regroup. So a minute gone by and no score in this game. Again, you'll want to watch how well North Central, number one, gets to the basket and draws the foul as Reeder just did, and also watch the way that they shoot from the field. McNamara, the big post, is guilty of the foul, and to the line goes Reeder. Jessica is a freshman from Chillicothe, averaging 11.5 points a game. She leads the Pirates in scoring. One more for Reeder. And as she hits both of those, you didn't get to see the last one, but she has the first 2 points of the game, and the Pirates lead it early. Pirates in a 2-3 zone, it looks like. That's a little surprising. Lamel takes a long look at that. Inside is the 6'1" post McNamara. Kill on the drive over Reeder. Rebound comes down to Hull, and the whistle on the baseline. Foul's going to be on the Pirates' Bailey Fleming, called by Connor Hazelrig, who's a personal friend. She was actually a member of our broadcast crew, and she was a student at William Jewell College. So it's always good to see her. This is the second time she has been here this year. Jaleisha Hall is a 73% free throw shooter, second leading scorer from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And knocks it up at 2 with a minute and a half gone by. I am Rick Cole. Our director in this game is student Seth Gottman. Cassie Rogers, Hope Helton, and Lauren Crone are on our crew as well. And I suppose if we get in a jam, we can have Connor step in and stop refereeing and do more camera work. She has been very successful since her days at Jewell and now getting into basketball. She said she has a game, with the exception of snow games, almost every night in January. She was a basketball player and a softball player at Jewel, and that's as much as we'll talk about her. I'm sure we just embarrass her. Love on top. Hull driving and pulling up. Was that blocked or did it slip out of her hands? In either case, the Pirates come the other way. Reeder. Russell and then Fleming again. Fleming wide open and rings it. So Bailey hits her second shot. It's a three-pointer. I say second shot. It's the first shot she's made on her second attempt. Hull goes to work against Fleming. McNamara and Reeder on the rebound. Fleming again. Copeland on the run. Was she able to bounce it off the defender Love? Yep. And the Pirates will play offense again here at the other end. Reeder to inbound it. Pirates have been pretty good traditionally off these inbound plays, like right there. So Mary Copeland hits the shot. Mary had 8 points and 6 rebounds against Johnson County last week. A little short on the three by Love, but the offensive rebound and McNamara the putback. She is number 20 in the nation in offensive rebounding. And she is the person that this team runs through, a freshman from Downingtown, Pennsylvania. Meineke missed the first game against Highland, and here she is tied up. Possession will give the ball back to the Pirates. Franklin will check in, and Gladys Brown are in for the Pirates as Meineke and Fleming are out. And the Pirates again will run the inbounds play. Russell to a cutting Reeder, and she'll find herself at the free throw line once again. So Reeder will go to the line where she hit 2 a moment ago.
Second team foul. At the line shooting 2 for the Pirates, number 11, Jessica Reeder.
Jessica is a freshman. Jamie and Julia are her parents. She had no points, 3 rebounds and 3 assists against Johnson County. And one more coming. And Highland has the basketball. They come the other way. Jalacia Hull. Now looking at a man-to-man, it looks like. The move and the step back by Lamel, and she hits the mid-range. Lamel averages 7.8 points a game on 31% shooting and has her first points in this game. Franklin is a sophomore from Era, Texas. North Central will have 18 seconds to shoot. Again, Reeder is the trigger person here. Gladys Brown. Copeland to Russell. Reeder works against Hull. And will launch a long one. Good position underneath for Love, and Highland comes the other way. 2-point ball game. Highland looks to take the lead with a 3. Boy, and awful close to that sideline is Hull. Now the long 2-pointer by McNamara, and the follow by Garnicia Love. Love averages 6.2 a game. So 4 different players have scored for Highland, and the ball game is tied, and now a steal. Jalacia Hull knocked away. No, she lost it herself, and it'll belong to North Central. J.C. Morris comes in, and LaCoria Brown enters the lineup for North Central, along with Meineke, who returns. And for the first time, Amaya Bankston, so a big shift there for Jenny Croy, the 17th-year head coach. Franklin works against Shakoria Hill. Bankston, Franklin, nice head and shoulder fake, and she got faked out a little bit and ends up traveling with the ball. Sandra Proctor is the head coach of Highland. It's her first year, a former assistant at Colby County and Northeastern Junior College in Colorado. She was also a player at Northeastern. And she's from Denver and is a Broncos fan, and therefore has already been nominated for my personal Hall of Fame. Long one for Hill, the left-hander. Wow, how about that, folks? She's only a 14% three-point shooter, and yet she gives the Scotties the lead. Now it looks like a zone for the Scotties, and Fleming misses, but it's McNamara dribbling out of there. Hull on the wing against LaCoria. McNamara and Meineke wrestle for it, and it's an alternating possession and will belong to the Scotties. Cameron McNamara, as we talked about, is a very good rebounder, but she is also a good shot blocker. Number 15 in the nation in total blocks this year. She averages 2 blocks a game. Hill, and a 3 from the corner, a wee bit short. Meineke to LaCoria Brown. Bankston in the corner. Meineke, nice pass to Morris, but nowhere to go against McNamara. Meineke again. Hull had the rebound all to herself and now looks up courts and just a little bit too far. So the Pirates benefit from the long pass that was incomplete down the field. At this point in the game, Highland shooting 4 of 11 and the Pirates are 2 of 6. Each team has hit 1 3-pointer. And each team has turned the ball over 4 times here with 3:45 left in the first. Bankston way off the mark, and Fleming had a touch but couldn't control it. Pirates had a defensive tussle with Johnson County. The final was 56-41 last Thursday. Meanwhile, Highland coming out of the Christmas break lost Saturday at State Fair in Sedalia, 68-55. Hill, no. Bankston gave it away, and Hill is there to take it right back. 5 for Shakoria Hill, and Highland has come from behind here to take a 5-point lead. Franklin gets the screen from Morris and then dribbled it off her foot. So kind of an unforced error on the Pirates. Reeder and Fleming will come back in to go along with Morris, Meineke, and LaCoria Brown. Did we mention that LaCoria will be our guest at halftime? We'll visit with the freshman from Raytown at the break. Love swinging it to Hull, around to Lucy Hardy, who is in. And the battle for the rebound knocked out of bounds by Reeder, who's a little surprised by the call. Kimberly Madrid is in. She's from Allentown, Pennsylvania. You might notice that a lot of players from Pennsylvania. Sandra Proctor was a coach there for a while, made a lot of good contacts and picked up some very key players. Hill again with that southpaw look, and the Pirates come the other way. Reeder stolen away. Hull takes it. She has been big in this first quarter. Wants to go all the way and draws the foul from Reeder. So Hull will have a couple of shots.
NCMC foul number 11, Jessica Reeder, her first.
Reeder picks up her first foul. And 2 free throws for 73% free throw shooter Jalacia Hull. From Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Here is Hull going to the hoop, and you see the foul there by Reeder. 2 team fouls for each team here in the first quarter. And 2 for 2 for Hull. So all 4 points of Jalacia's points have come from the free throw line. The lead is 7 as it increases again for Highland. Morris to the baseline. May have traveled, not called for it, and turned over anyway. And guess who? It's Hall. And she's got a step on Russell, but can't complete it. She comes over to the bleachers and slaps the bleachers. Maybe you heard it, but it certainly scared a couple of our students over there. Reacted in kind of a humorous way. Nice keep away by Meineke. And now Torrey to the rim and just ran out of space. Remember Torrey against Johnson County throwing that one up over her head backwards with her back to the rim and hitting it? That will make the end of the season highlight film, I can guarantee you. Hall against Fleming. McNamara trying to find an angle for the screen, and she makes the roll. Can't hit the shot. LaCoria Brown. Russell doesn't shoot many threes. She is 3 of 18 this year. Fleming does shoot the free with frequency. And a rebound to Kimberly Madrid at 5'11". Kill with Morris on her. Hall, that's a 3 if it's good. And Meineke had to fight McNamara, and that left the rebound to Fleming. LaCoria Brown, and she scores. LaCoria averages 8 points a game, and she shoots a lot of free throws. She's at the line a lot. She maybe was looking for some contact there, but hit the 2-pointer. Pirates down by 5. McNamara with Russell on her. Russell steals it away. And then a foul as May turned and went toward the offensive goal with 2.5 seconds left in the quarter. And that is not going to be a shooting foul. The Pirates will throw it in and hope to get a good shot here with 2.5 seconds left. LaCoria's hit a half-court shot this year, but not this time. And after 1 quarter of play, Highland leads it 15-10 here on Pirates Digital Media. And we'll be back with the second quarter in a moment. Partners with North Central Missouri College Athletics include BTC Bank, agriculturally minded, service-oriented, and driven to strengthen the communities it serves. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri. Bank on the go with Farmers Bank mobile app. Grundy County Lumber, your authorized local steel dealer. Pettijohn Ford, now offering low upfront prices and no hidden fees on every vehicle in stock. St. Luke's Health System. St. Luke's unique combination of clinical excellence and compassionate care makes them the best place to get care. I am Rick Cole, and we welcome you to the Ketchum Community Center and hope you're enjoying today's women's game. The men's game will follow after this one is done. North Central, number 11 in the nation at 13-4. 2-game losing streak for them, which we haven't seen a lot of in the last few years. And Highland, 19 in the nation, 12-4. So this is a nice matchup between a couple of teams that met in the first week of December at Highland, Kansas. Pirate basketball with Fleming handling it. Olivia Tinoco is in. She's number 13 down in the left corner right now. That's her. And the pass inside by Tinoco knocked away from Gladys Brown, and another turnover for the Pirates. That is turnover number 9 for North Central, 5 in the first quarter for Highland. Pirates 27% from the floor in the quarter and 28% for Highland. Copeland wrestling. Tinoco got in there and got it, and Reeder pushes it up the floor. Gladys Brown. Fleming hit a 3 in the first quarter and has a matching one here in the second. So Bailey has 6 points now to lead all scorers. Shakoria Hill of Highland has 5 points. 4 points for Jalacia Hull. Lucy Hardy hands off. This is Canaria Nash James. And she misses badly off the top of the board. And there is McNamara with that good offensive rebounding skill to put it back up and in. Pirates look to cut into a 4-point deficit. Fleming to Reeder. Gladys Brown with Nash James on her. And now Fleming again. And again she's able to hit it. So Bailey Fleming has 3 3-pointers. And it's a 1-point game. Shakoria Hill is from Fort Worth, Texas, a returner from last year's team. Big bump and a travel. Mary Copeland got over there and set a tremendous wall. It ends up creating basically a travel that gives the ball back to North Central with just 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. At halftime again, our guest will be LaCoria Brown, one of the 2 twins. If there are 3 twins, I think we're in trouble, so that's a little redundant, but she's one of the set of twins who plays for North Central. Meineke. Gladys Brown is in there and loses the ball. It'll go back to the Scotties. Pirates 3 of 10 from the 3-point range, and Highland 1 of 5. That's one of the things that's gotten North Central within a point here. Each team has shot 4 free throws. Highland hits all 4 of theirs. Pirates went 3 for 4. Lamel. And a bump by Reeder. That'll be her second foul. So Jessica Reeder with the foul. First foul of the quarter on either team. LaCoria Brown back in. So LaCoria and Gladys Brown are both in there, along with Meineke, Fleming, and the freshman Tinoco. Good position, but knocked out of there by Nash James, and then deflected by the Pirates. But Highland comes up with it, and they have 16 seconds to shoot. Michaela Lamel from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. LaCoria Brown on her. Got a step, but couldn't hit it, and Meineke tips it over to LaCoria. On the run, Gladys Brown. And a nice pass to Tinoco for 2. Gladys Brown to Tinoco, and Olivia hits her first shot of the game. Pirates take a 1-point lead. And we're down by 5 at the quarter. Love driving over Meineke. Meineke rebounds. Gladys Brown. Fleming, that was LaCoria Brown that handled the ball. Tinoco back to LaCoria. Now Gladys Brown. LaCoria nearly intercepted, leaving Fleming open. And the board on the short shot by Canaria Nash James. She is from Chicago, a transfer from Miami-Dade Community College. Lucy Hardy. She's only played a handful of games for Highland. She is a cross-country runner for the Scotties and just came off her cross-country season. To the baseline for 2 goes Lamel. And the Scotties with a 1-point lead. Out on Fleming is Lamel, and the turnover. Tanisha Love. Fleming trying to deal with that crossover dribble, and now Love works on Meineke. And what a job she did. 4 points for Tanisha Love, a sophomore from Warrington, Missouri. Averages half a dozen points a game and gives Highland a 3-point lead. And the steal again. Canaria Nash James. And Jenny Croy doesn't like that very much, and she is going to take the timeout here with 5 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in this second quarter. We'll be back in a moment.
I'm Jane Meservey, Tutoring Center Director. The Tutoring Center is available for all students, whether you're dual credit or online, hybrid, or you're actually here. No application, no appointments needed. You just pop in. I really like seeing students, and whether I see them online, see them in person, either way, I like getting to know you. I like getting to know a variety of people, and I hire people that are just like that also. Come in to see us so we can make sure that you never feel overwhelmed.
Pirate basketball this afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I am Rick Cole with our director Seth Gottman today. Pirates down early. Retook the lead a moment ago, but now it's Highland up to a 4-point lead, and the Pirates being careless with the ball. That's their 12th turnover here in about a quarter and a half. So that is not a good sign. McNamara and hits the jumper. So Noah Moore is an inside player. McNamara's got some skills on the perimeter as well, and makes it a 7-point lead. That is, I believe, the largest of the game. And here is yet another steal. And driving in, it'll be a foul on Fleming. That was a nice job by Lamel, who had the player on her hip, Fleming. And Fleming committed the foul. And that's going to be 3 on her. Here real quick is a look at the foul. And the free throw by Lamel. And so a 3-point play by Michaela Lamel. And the Pirates down by 10. So this game has had some swings. The Pirates down by 5 at the quarter break, then taking a 1-point lead. That one no good by by Reeder. And now Highland goes to work offensively. Lamel pulling up over Franklin. And McNamara saves it, but to Russell. Nay Russell, 2 on 3. Now has Meineke out in front, but didn't recognize it early enough. Reeder, no. McNamara, the rebound. Cameron McNamara, 6'1", and a freshman. Against State Fair the other night, 19 points. In traffic, it dropped nicely into the hands of Jarnisha Love for her 6th point. And right back the other way for Mary Copeland. So still an 8-point game. Lamel against Russell. There's that good screen, but they're going to call an offensive foul, so it turns out to be not so good. McNamara picks up her 2nd foul, and she has a few words for the nearest referee. So 2 fouls on her, 3 fouls on the Pirates' Fleming, the shooting guard. And the Pirates look to dig into an 8-point deficit. Russell. McNamara guarded well on the cut to the basket. Reeder has been taking some more shots, and that's partially blocked by Hull. Jada Kincaid into the game. Out to Lamel, and she will draw the foul. So Highland being very aggressive offensively, you can tell that right away. They have been going right at the Pirate defense. And Lamel will go to the line on the foul by Kara Franklin. She is a freshman, 5'6" tall. And has another one coming. 9 for Michaela Lamel against State Fair. She had a nice stat line, 4 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 5 steals. That's pretty good. Franklin, baseline, 2. Kiara hits a 2-pointer. A 5'8" sophomore. Back the other way, Franklin. And stripped of the ball, but also a foul as Lamel got there to foul her from behind.
Highland foul number 11, Michaela Lamel, first.
Lamel picks up her first foul. Abby Fountain, who has played in 8 games this year, comes in for the Pirates to relieve Copeland in an 8-point game. And Franklin will have 2 free throws. She has not taken a free throw until this very moment, and makes it look pretty easy. A National Honor Society student, Beta Club president at Era High School in Texas. She's pursuing a degree in dermatology and starting here at North Central. 4 points for her. Pirates within 6. Let's see what they can do defensively against the Scotties. That's a pretty good answer by Love. Her first 3-pointer, she has 9 points. And the lead jumps right back to 9. Franklin, or excuse me, that's LaCoria Brown being aggressive. Rebound into the hands of Kimberly Madrid. And Highland looks to extend their 9-point lead. Jalacia Hull. Kincaid. Madrid gives it back off, and Hull will take a long one and hit the baseline on the way down.
Checking in for NCMC number 24, J.C. Morris.
J.C. Morris for the Pirates in. And the Pirates will try to make a dent here against Highland with time running out in the first half. Coria Brown to Franklin. Russell. There's Franklin on the other side. Oh, she is starting to heat up. 7 points for Franklin in the quarter. Russell the board. Out to Franklin. This time the reach around by the guard, Lamel, and she's not been happy the last 2 times down the court. That will not be a shooting foul. That's the 3rd team foul against Highland. Shakoria Hill back in, sophomore from Texas. And a 20-second reset clock for the Pirates. Russell, and a warning to the Highland bench. And now a technical to the bench. So whoever was yakking at Connor Hazelrig got a warning, and then just seconds later, a technical. And Franklin will shoot the free throw for North Central here. Sandra Proctor has been vocal on the bench, but I think it was one of her players that was talking to Connor Hazelrig. And I say that because immediately after the warning, Sandra turned around and told her players to hush. And that lasted, well, if it was on the players, that lasted for about 2 seconds. And now the explanation, the technical is on Jada Kincaid. The 4th foul of the half, of the quarter, which has only 42 seconds remaining in it. But the Pirates get a chance to shoot here. And Franklin will be the designated shooter. Remember, she had not taken a free throw in a game until she hit 2 earlier in this quarter. She's had a big quarter with 7 points. And one more coming. 1. One of 2. Ciara had 4 points in the Florida game against Palm Beach State. And so she has had a big game here in just one quarter with those 8 points. Coria Brown. Russell. Going in herself and drawing the foul, and she'll get 2 free throws. Russell goes in hard. And Kincaid gets another foul after getting the technical a moment ago. Nay is a 55% free throw shooter. First point for her in the game. And got the big bounce off the back of the rim. So Russell 2 for 2. The Pirates closed it within 5 and no shot clock remaining in effect. This would be a big stop, I think, for the Pirates if they can get it. Madrid is in there instead of McNamara, who's in foul trouble. Hall goes inside and she is fouled, and she will have a chance to shoot 2, I'm sure. So Franklin picks up that foul. And 2 free throws coming up for Galatia Hall, who's a 73% free throw shooter. And here's how she got to the line. And Hall's 6 points have all come from the free throw line this afternoon. 7-point lead, 4.1 seconds remaining, and now down to 2.5 on the long pass by North Central as the Scotties lead it by 7. Let's see what the Pirates can do here with 2.7 seconds. Coria in. Morris got a good look, but was short and wide, and the half ends with Highland leading at 37-30. They extend a 5-point lead to a 7-point lead here at half. We will take a short break and be back in just a few moments as it's halftime. Our At the Break interview coming up.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College Bookstore. I'm Cecilia Marsh, the director. We're located in downtown Trenton at 121 East 9th Street. My main task is ordering the books for the students. Some of the items for your classes may be a lab kit or chapter notes that the instructor has written, or a textbook, or mostly now it's all access cards that you have an electronic book and do homework electronically.
I'm Maggie, and I'm going to tell you how to order your books online. So once you get onto our website, which is bookstore.ncmissouri.edu, you can click on the textbook lookup, and you'll use your course codes off of your schedule.
If you have financial aid funds left after your tuition is paid, you may use those funds at the bookstore, but you must have a student ID card in order to do that.
Once you have your items in your cart, you can check out using your financial aid if you have excess funds by clicking student accounts and putting your financial aid number in.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I wanted to let you know about some of the pirate gear we have here in the campus store for you. We have all sorts of clothes for every season, from sweatpants to shorts, tank tops to hoodies, baseball caps to visors and stocking caps. We have coffee cups and water bottles, and we have specific apparel for sports like basketball, softball, baseball, golf, esports, the Dance Wave team. We have ag shirts, teacher education, nursing apparel, and also nursing supplies.
Also on our website, we have supplies and apparel, so you can also purchase any supplies for your classes online and also using your financial aid money.
We have about everything you need here. We can also get your supplies for classes. We have pretty much everything you would need for that. And we have lots of office supplies as well. We even sell laptops, printers, ink, paper, and electronic things. So come on in and check it out and get your pirate gear.
We work to provide you with everything you need to be a successful
Our Central at the break here at halftime. You can see the score as soon as we put it up as the Pirates lead it, trail it here by 7 at halftime after trailing 15-10 at the end of the first quarter. Our interview with LaCoria Brown coming up at the break here in just a moment. First, a real quick look at some of the statistics, and nines are running wild. 9 points are the leading scores for each team. Bailey Fleming 9 for the Pirates and 9 each for Michaela Lamel and also for Garnicia Love. Those are the leading scorers here at halftime. We'll run down all of the stats here when we have a chance after we visit with the freshman guard LaCoria Brown here. LaCoria Brown is with us. It's halftime. Thank you so much for coming in to visit a little bit. And welcome to North Central Missouri College. How has your experience been so far?
So far, I'd say it's been a fun experience. I've met like a few new people, cool people.
Yeah.
Basketball team is good. Yeah, great bonds. I've built quite a bit of bonds.
Why junior college? What made you go to the junior college route?
Honestly, I don't think I was ready for a community college. Like
Really?
I don't think I was like, in a university type of mindset because I wanted to play basketball. I know I wanted to play basketball, and I know at a university it's like high standards. Like,
Right. So you're saying the smaller school had some attraction to you, or going to a bigger university, not so much? Yeah. Has that turned out to be true?
Yeah, definitely. Because I see a lot of people I know go to universities, and it's like they don't. I wouldn't say they wouldn't like it, but it's like harder for them because they're not used to it.
Right. Okay, so because I just met you, I asked Coach Croy a scouting report on you, like what does she like to talk about? She said that you are very quiet and very intense. True? You don't seem you seem very personable to me, and I don't think that's what I don't think she meant anything like that. But how would you?
I'd say quiet.
Quiet.
I would definitely say quiet because I like to observe before I go straight into it. I'll observe.
Right.
But intense. I'd say that too. Like I'm very competitive in practice. And
right.
Everything I do, basically.
We can see that competitiveness on the floor. There's no doubt about that. Does it run in your family, and specifically your sister, Gladys, who plays here also? How does she compare in that regard?
Well, we've been playing against each other for, like, forever. Like,
against each other?
Like, outside, playing basketball, anything, like, little video games. We'll compete in those. We'll do, like, everything is like a competition between us, like, sports-wise. My brother, he played a big part in it. Donald, one of them. Right. He played football. He went to college level, but he played a big part. We would all be outside playing basketball and competitive for hours.
Right.
Yeah, I think that's where that probably came from.
Since you brought it up, Donald is a brother.
Mm-hmm. I have Donald.
You know Gladys is a sister.
Gladys, Alicia, and Justin.
Okay. And what's the age range? Where are you and Gladys in that age range?
I'm the youngest child. Gladys is the fourth.
Okay.
And then Donald's the third, Justin's the second, and Alicia's the first.
And I imagine you two sisters are minutes apart, I would think, right?
Just one.
Just 1 minute apart. Mm-hmm. Does she hold that over your head at all, saying,
sometimes.
I'm the older one?
Yeah, somebody asks, who's the oldest? She'll be like, oh, yeah, it's me by a minute. But, I mean, it's normal.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah.
Hey, and tell us about your relationship with her, because we hear so many things about the twins. Kind of there's a what I want to say. There's a belief in some things, and how much of that stuff is true?
I mean, it's true. We bump heads a lot because, like, we like the same things, but, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, we like the same things, but she wants it done a certain way and I want it done a certain way.
Okay.
So, like, we'll bump heads about that. Other than that, I think we have a pretty good relationship.
Right. So it's so hard to tell you apart on the court, especially with your long hair that flows over the back of your number. Do people talk about that very often? That you guys are so similar in looks?
Some people say we look alike, but me personally, I don't think we look alike. I feel like she looks like my dad and I look like my mom.
Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how that goes.
We were talking family, so tell us a little bit about your parents, if you will.
My parents have Stephanie and Donald. They've been together for a long time, I'm guessing. I really don't know.
Right.
My mom is currently doing nursing stuff, like she's into nursing. And then my dad, he works a pretty good job himself. And yeah.
And what does LaCoria want to do with her future?
I want to do childhood development, early
Really?
childhood.
Like
Yep.
what kind of stuff?
Like, I would say like physical therapy type.
For youngers, for younger
for young kids. And I think I looked into that because like when I was younger, I would always be like watching like YouTube videos on that type of stuff.
No kidding.
I don't know, I just find it interesting. And then I was thinking like maybe I want to do nursing, but then I was like, no, that's a lot of schooling, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to be in school forever. So I'm gonna stick to the kids.
Right. What age group in particular?
I'd say like toddler, but then again, I don't want to do toddlers, so
Yeah.
I'm kind of still in the middle.
One of the great things about college is it gives you some
Yeah.
time to decide that. So I
Yep.
think that's good. What else do you do? We know the basketball part. Well, now we know what you're thinking about in the future. What do people need to know about you?
I hang out with my nieces a lot.
How old are they?
I have I believe she's 8, and I have a 1-year-old niece.
Really?
Yep.
Wow. So there you go. That's that kids thing again,
Mhm.
isn't it? Yeah.
Or watching basketball.
Right.
College basketball.
You're a big fan.
Yeah. Right now really
Oh,
feeling
yeah. What's
them.
going on with LSU? That's kind of yeah.
Not really feeling them.
Right.
Virginia Tech, I like them a lot.
Right.
That's about all I do. Or
Right.
I'm in the gym.
Right. You went to Raytown High School,
Mhm.
Along with Gladys, right? And several other people we've come across. There have been a number of those Raytown from that team, I believe, that we've seen this year, right? How does that feel?
I mean, feel good to play against them.
Does
Been
it?
playing with them like for 4 years almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, it feels good to play against them. It's fun, competitive again.
Right.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit of an insight what this team is like off the floor. Now we can see them on the floor, but what do you guys like to do when you're not playing, practicing, traveling together, all that?
Off the floor, like, I say we explore a lot. Like, we'll be in our dorms and we'll be like, okay, let's go do this. Let's go do that. Like, we just like to explore, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah.
Or we're just bonding, like we'll go to one room and then everybody eventually ends up in that one room. So we'll just sit up in there, talk, laugh, joke. all
That's
that other
good.
stuff.
Yeah. Just kind of hanging out with like college kids do. Yeah. What's the living situation at North Central? You guys all together in the same dorm?
Yeah, except one, other than
one.
Mary. Mary stays in the apartments across, but other than that, everybody stays on the same hall. Yeah.
Right. Have you had one memorable moment at North Central, either as a student or as an athlete, or maybe even something else?
Honestly,
Yeah.
not
It
really.
hasn't stood out yet.
Nah.
Well, that means there's more in the
Yeah, I
future
think
then,
there's
right?
more to come.
What is your goal for this year's team?
To make it far. I've heard that they've went to nationals for a couple years in a row.
Right.
I want to do the same thing this year. Hopefully go a little bit, make it higher than what they did in the last couple years. But yeah, I want to do that. Win, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, create a better team bond.
Right.
Creating team bonds.
LaCoria Brown has been our guest here. Thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun to visit
Thank
with you.
you.
And we'll be back with the second half in just a moment.
Welcome to North Central Missouri College's Savannah campus.
And I think
you'll agree, this is kind of a small super campus right now.
I'm excited to start the new program here at the new campus. We kind of got to look at everything, and it's really high tech, it's really cool.
The Board of Trustees and the administration realized that we needed to better serve this northwest corner of the state. So the effort began then to look for locations. Savannah was a really good choice for us.
This may be one finish line, but I think it's going to be important for everybody to understand that this is still going to be ongoing. The campaign's not over yet.
Halftime at the Ketchum Center. The Pirates down 7 to Highland. And let's take a look at some of the statistics from the first half as we talk a little bit about the shooting percentages, and they're fairly equal here. That's, I guess, a good sign for North Central. They're actually out shooting Highland by a couple of percentage points, but the foul trouble could come into play here a little bit. Each team has 2 players with 2 personal fouls, Michaela Lamel and Cameron McNamara for the Scotties. North Central has Jessica Reeder and Bailey Fleming along with Kiara Franklin, so make it 3 for the Pirates. Now a little bit of bookkeeping. I thought earlier that Reeder had been called, or rather Fleming had been called for her 3rd foul. That is incorrect. She has 2. And still, as such, she has a little bit of difficulty. One more thing, you'll see in the leading scorer box there at the bottom, wasn't enough space to put in both Love and Lamel's last names as the leading scorers for the team. My apologies, did the best I could with the space that's available. Each, though, Garnicia Love and Michaela Lamel each have 9 points for the Scotties in this game. The Pirates are down by 7, and really they don't lose a lot of games at home, and they're in danger here of losing their 2nd straight at home after winning their first 8. We will be back on Monday with a doubleheader with the Grayson University's JV teams coming in for a game. Now I have to check that. On one schedule it says it's just a women's game, so we'll check and see what that is, but we'll have basketball on Monday, and then a week from Saturday we'll be traveling to Metropolitan Community College. It'll be the first regional action for the women and the men, and we'll be at the Penn Valley campus of Metropolitan Community Colleges on the 20th. That's a Saturday for those games at Metro. And so we start the second half with Highland with possession in a very even game. One of the things that will make and has made a big difference is the number of turnovers. The Pirates have 5 more turnovers than the Scotties. Scotty basketball, Hill in the corner. Love also starting with her. McNamara, number 40, is back in there. This is Hill that takes that shot, and it'll be rebounded and run up the floor by Russell. Same starters, it appears, for both teams as started the first half. Copeland with a 15-footer, and McNamara there for the rebound. McNamara had 5 rebounds in the first half. She averages 8 a game, so she was on course there. Hill way long, but McNamara is there and feeding it right back out. And that's not Hill, that's Lamel that's got the basketball. McNamara, long 2, and Russell is there for the loose ball. And Russell all the way in, followed by Meineke. And Copeland wrestling for that pumpkin. Finally gets it outside to Reeder. Russell with 12 to shoot. Fleming, now Copeland. And the drive and pull up by Reeder. First field goal for Jessica Reeder. Pirates pulled to within 5. Jalacia Hull. They'll work it around to Lamel. Hill. And McNamara. Boy, she was exactly in the right spot at the right time. It helps when you're 6'1". However, you've got to be more than that. You've got to know those positions and angles off the rim. That's what made Dennis Rodman such a great rebounder. He would study that and work on that and figure out, especially certain shooters where their rebounds tended to go. The foul is going to be called on Reeder, and that is her third. I'm sorry, let me take that back and start all over again. Lucy, or rather Lamel with her third. Fleming will chase that one down, and the 20-second clock has begun. Russell, Meineke, and outside to Reeder. Meineke. And draws the body foul, and I think that's going to be McNamara that picks up her third. And it is. So the potential All-American Cameron McNamara has 3 fouls now. So does their guard, Lamel. Sandra Proctor wants an explanation. She's going to have to take her 6'1" post out of there. As to the line goes Meineke. Tori's first points of the game. She averages 8 points, 71% average at the free throw line. From Mercer, Missouri, played at North Mercer High School. 7 points and 3 rebounds against Johnson County last Thursday. So 1 of 2 from Meineke. Pirates started this game in a 2-3 zone for the first possession or two. Russell had it and then nearly lost it and regains it. And the Pirates come the other way. That was not, I don't believe, a 2-3 zone, but it had the looks of it as Highland came up and the Pirates were matching up. Might also be what Jenny likes to call that matchup zone. Morris in the game. Reeder works against Hill. And it won't go for Russell, and jumping on that loose ball is Garnicia Love. All the way, Hill. Meineke is there. And Reeder's going to push it down the floor. Look out from behind. Reeder all the way. And jump ball, alternating possession will go to North Central. 2 teams played the first week of December. Scotties 54, Pirates 45. The Scotties had 24 turnovers in that game. North Central had a dozen, and yet Highland was able to win it by 9. Pirates also, I believe, led late in that game. LaCoria Brown, oh no, and she'll go to the line. So LaCoria Brown driving inside, fouled, and will have a chance to shoot here. Our men's game comes up next. It'll be number 11 North Central at 10-4 and Highland at 9-6. And another free throw made by LaCoria Brown. So a 4-point lead for Highland. They have led by as many as a dozen in the game. Love works against Morris. Baseline, got held, and we'll see if it's a shooting foul or not. Oh, they're going to call a push there, and the foul will be the second on North Central. Let's check that. Let's see. It's going to be the first on North Central. They're going to give it to LaCoria Brown. That's stolen away. Morris comes up with a loose ball. Here's Russell. LaCoria Brown. Fleming up to Morris. He's trying to get a handle on that ball and couldn't do it. Drops it on the sideline, and it's another turnover for North Central, their 13th of the game. Now Gladys Brown is in. She'll play with LaCoria in the lineup, as well as Fleming Copeland and Russell. At 4 minutes gone by in the third quarter. 13 is Kimberly Madrid playing in place of Cameron McNamara. Madrid's a pretty good sized player too. 5'11" they list her. I think she's possibly a little bit bigger than that. It would not go for Lucy Hardy, the ex-cross country runner. Russell pushes it up the floor. Wide open Gladys Brown. She'll take it to the baseline, but step on the sideline and turn it over. Boy, the turnovers are just killing North Central right now. Pirates will wait in the half court. They have not tried pressuring. Shakoria Hill out to Madrid. Hill outside, wide open look and way off the mark, and it'll go to North Central. 39-35. Highland, they led by 5 at the first quarter break and led by 7 at half. Fleming. And 2 for her. Bailey has 11 to lead all Pirate scorers and has cut the lead to 2. Hall to the baseline around Copeland. And not even close. Russell is there. Nay Russell pitching it. And way off the mark by Gladys Brown. And nobody seems to want to hit the iron right now. And there's the travel on Hill. You could see it coming, couldn't you, when she got extended on that pivot foot. And now it looks like a timeout going to be taken by Highland. Let's see if that is the truth, Andy. It is. And so we will take a timeout as well. Pirates battling Highland. And we're back in a moment.
Ready for more? Introducing Hy-Vee Plus. Get a Hy-Vee Plus premium membership for just $99 a year and get fuel savings every time you shop in-store and online. Plus, exclusive deals and offers every month. Plus, you can call our Red Line hotline day or night for anything you need. Plus, free standard delivery and free express pickup. Plus, a personal online shopper. With Hy-Vee Plus, our plus equals more. Sign up today.
The folks that have come out to the Ketchum Community Center to watch Highland battle North Central in a women's and men's doubleheader today. We're glad you can join us on Pirates Digital Media. Going to be a foul on the Scotties Garnisha Love, who is surprised at that call, to say the least. To say the most, she has 3 fouls now. So she and McNamara both with 3, along with Lamel. Lucy Hardy is in. Coria Brown to Fleming. Fleming and Brown. Russell gets in on it a little bit, knocked away, and they're running out of time to shoot. 4 seconds, Fleming. And the rebound to Canary and Nash James and a foul. I'm going to call the foul on Mary Copeland at, nope, check that. Meineke gets the foul. So Tori picks up the foul, and it's her first. There are 4 fouls against Highland in the quarter and 2 against North Central, and it's a 2-point game. Shakoria Hill looking as the cutter Hall goes back and forth. Hall now on the outside. Russell works around the screen. Inside to Nash James, and coming loose and reaching in to tie it up is Brown. And LaCoria forces the arrow to switch over to North Central next time there is a tied up ball. 5 seconds left to shoot for Highland. Someone's got to shoot it. They're not going to get it off. And the Pirates will take over. So a chance for North Central again to tie with a two-pointer or take the lead with a long one. They have led in this game, but only briefly. And that was in the middle of the second quarter. That was the quarter that Kiara Franklin came off and had such a nice quarter. LaCoria Brown for three, and the Pirates do indeed lead it on Brown's 7th point. Drive inside, shot won't go. Mary Copeland with the board. And Russell lost it very uncharacteristically. Shakoria Hill comes up with the steal. A lot of contact, but no call, and Copeland again with the basketball. Brown out to Russell. Long one out to Fleming on the skip pass. Russell, again, doesn't shoot a lot of threes. LaCoria Brown lets it fly. Weak side rebound, Lucy Hardy, who averages 3.3 rebounds per contest. Pirates by 1. Lucy Hardy penetrating and pitching outside. Drive by Canaria Nash James, and she'll go to the free throw line after being fouled during the shot. Copeland this time does get the foul. And to the line will go Canaria Nash James, who's from Chicago. She's the transfer from Miami-Dade. A 5'8" sophomore who has hit 3 of her 4 free throw attempts this year. Look how far to the left she stands taking that shot. That must work. She's 4 out of 5 on the year. Yep, it does work. We've had confirmation. Nash has 4 points. 1 point lead for Highland as they bounce back on top. Fleming trying to answer. Long rebound taken by Canaria Nash James, and Highland in business here with 2 minutes to play in the third. Hall waiting for an opportunity against Franklin. Used that screen pretty well, but came up short. Highland has some depth problems at point guard right now. They've got 1 injured, and so they've used Hall at point a little bit, along with Kill. Pass to Copeland, and she got it. Not a chance for a three-pointer. Copeland with a hoop and a chance to shoot for a 3rd point here.
At the line, shooting coming in for 1 play for the Pirates, number 33, Mary Copeland.
And Mary Copeland looks for her 7th point. Can't get the bounce off the back iron, and knocked out of bounds by Fleming. So the Pirates by 1. And this is promising to be a showdown in the 4th quarter. We're just 91 seconds away from that. Freshman Amaya Bankston is in. She's from Grandview, Missouri. Wearing number 1 for the Pirates. Here's number 1 for the Scotties, Shakoria Hill. Lucy Hardy. Hall giving it off and getting it right back. She'll work against Franklin of the Pirates. Copeland helped out. Lots of contact again. No call. And then the ball tied up. And that will give it back to North Central. They used to say back before there was an alternating possession and a jump ball, literally a jump ball when it was tied up between 2 opponents, that it's good to go ahead and take a jump ball if you have to, because you only give up half the basketball. That was the rationale. They used to say. I don't know what they say now. I guess you give up half a possession. Highland trying to make a quick move. Hill lost it on the floor, and they got a timeout. The timeout was able to be taken by Highland, and they will give them a full timeout here as we go to a break from the Ketchum Community Center in Trenton.
My name is Leslie Collins, and I'm the Campus Activities Coordinator here at NCMC. Here at NCMC, we try to have activities or events on a weekly basis, and those are chosen by our Campus Activities Board or our housing staff. We also have different clubs and organizations that you are able to get involved in on campus.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I wanted to let you know about some of the pirate gear we have here in the campus store for you. We have ag shirts, teacher education, nursing apparel, and also nursing supplies.
Another thing that happens on the campus is the different sporting events is free to all the NCMC students.
We have specific apparel for sports like basketball, softball, baseball, golf, esports, the Dance Wave team.
It's a great way just to meet people and just a way to get involved on campus.
And all the girlies say I'm pretty fly for a white guy.
Some late afternoon basketball for you today. We started a couple hours early so that Highland could make it back as safely as possible to Kansas after the games, both women and men. That shot way off the mark and into the hands of Franklin in a one-point game. Pirates have led here by a point for just the second time in the game. Copeland outside on the deflection to Bankston. Now Brown, and the long rebound out to Hardy. Good pass inside by Hill. They get it into Madrid, who can't hit it. Remember, she's playing in place of McNamara. And Hall with the mid-range jumper to give Highland the lead. It's her first field goal. She has 8 points. 8 seconds to play. Bankston, no! And 3 seconds left for Hardy, and she's just going to let that run out. And the quarter comes to an end. Pirates and Highland playing hard here and ready to go to the fourth quarter as this game very close with 10 to go.
I'm Jane Meservey, Tutoring Center Director. I have the Tutoring Center at our main campus and coordinate with Shelley at our Savannah location. I really like seeing students, and whether I see them online, see them in person, either way, I like getting to know you. I like getting to know a variety of people, and I hire people that are just like that also. The Tutoring Center is available for all students, whether you're dual credit or online, hybrid, or you're actually here. No application, no appointments needed. You just pop in. If you are an online student, you can make an appointment to meet us online. There are extra credit opportunities. Our students, if they spend at least 30 minutes working with us online or on ground, they get some extra credit. I really encourage our students to use Teams to both contact me and any of their instructors. Sometimes that helps you bypass the bunch of emails we get and get you a more direct connection and a quicker response from us. Come in to see us so we can make sure that you never feel overwhelmed.
Highland has led at every stop in this game. They lead by 1 here as we go to the fourth quarter. And the leading scorers in the game for the Pirates, 11 for Bailey Fleming. And 9 points each still for Lamel and Love. 8 points for Felicia Hall. Back in with 3 fouls is McNamara, number 40, the big post. And there's an offensive foul on Highland. They're going to give it to McNamara, and I'll tell you what, Sandra Proctor may have an out-of-body experience here any moment. She gets her post back in for a minute or two, and then the post gets another foul. McNamara now with 4. She stays in the game at the moment, although there's a sub waiting for her, Madrid, and the Pirates do them a favor and give the ball right back. Turnovers have been a problem. 15, make it 16 for the Pirates, 11 for Highland. And there's the 12th for Highland, is picking it off is Meineke. Reeder getting the screen from Gladys Brown. Leora Franklin blocked by McNamara. Remember, she averages 2 blocks a game. That's her first in limited time tonight. Franklin, Russell, Reeder with the shot clock rolling down towards 0. Russell's going to have to take the shot or get it off quickly. It's going to be an offensive foul on the penetration and pitch by Russell. Foul on Russell, and the ball goes right back to Highland. First foul on Nay Russell. Back into the game for the Pirates come Fleming and Morris. And the Pirates dig in on defense here in the fourth quarter. Garnicia Love. Off the screen comes Lamel. Trying to work around Reeder, and lots of contact, and it's going to be an offensive foul on Lamel, and she's getting up saying something. It's going to be foul number 4 on her. Check it. They're not going to give it on her. They're going to turn and look at Kimberly Madrid. So Madrid, the backup post player, gets the foul. But the Pirates get the basketball. Reeder looking into the mouth of the defense, gives it to Russell. Fleming. Russell looking for Meineke, but they've done a great job on her. And the ball knocked away from a driving Fleming. 12 left on the shot clock for North Central. Reeder will be the inbounder. Meineke had no room on the baseline to go inside. 7 to shoot. Morris, and the long rebound snared over there in the corner by Madrid. Island by 1, 2 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. Lamel, and the long rebound to Love, who snatched it right out of the hands of the nearest Pirate player. So a new shot clock for Highland. Down to 10 to shoot. Still won't go for Lamel, but the rebound into the hands of Shakoria Hill for her 7th point. Those are her first points since the first quarter. It makes it a 3-point game. Reeder going to work, trying to force it, and does force it right into the hands of Garnicia Love off the bottom of the rim. Good pass, Hill. Nice looking pull up, but she couldn't hit it, and the alternating possession goes back to Highland. At this juncture in the game, the Pirates are shooting 31% and Highland 29%. Pirates have hit 24% of their three-pointers, 5 of 21, and Highland only 2 of 11. 16 turnovers North Central, 12 turnovers Highland. Nice cut, and getting the ball to Russell was LaCoria Brown. Nay Russell's first field goal. She has 4 points, and the Pirates are down by 1. See what they can do on defense. Lamel taking her time. Madrid. Right back to Garnicia Love. Awkward looking shot. Bounces around and finally off the hands of Madrid and belongs to North Central. Number 11 in the nation, North Central. Number 19, Highland, and they've battled like 2 top 20 teams. Russell hooking it, and a whistle, and that'll be a foul on Highland. And that is the foul on Lamel this time, and she does indeed now have 4 fouls officially. She will sit. Madrid is going to come out, and that means that Cameron McNamara, the 6'1 freshman, number 40, is back in. Got 4 fouls. Brown all the way, won't go for LaCoria, and it's Hull with the board. She has been impressive, I think. Good defender, but she's also handled the basketball a lot. Goes right by Russell. McNamara against Russell, looking for some room. She is very good at getting free underneath. But Morris grabs the loose ball this time. And the Pirates are still down by 1. Russell penetrating. And has it knocked out of bounds with 22 seconds to shoot. So McNamara is going to come out now on the defensive end, and right back comes Madrid. So they may play a little offense-defense with her. Copeland got the ball to Russell, kicks it outside to Fleming. Copeland crashes the board, and it'll be a foul on the floor. Kimberly Madrid picks up her second foul. It's the fourth foul in the quarter. The Pirates have just one. This non-shooting situation will have North Central inbounding the ball, but they'll shoot free throws from here on out.
Watch one in the corner!
Morris, Copeland driving against Madrid. Russell to Fleming, who drives up against Madrid. And the loose ball to Lucy Hardy. Highland by one. Love. Cross to Shakoria Hill. Russell nearly got it. Hill driving, and a blocking foul will be against Copeland. Interesting to note that Shakoria Hill is a left-handed shooter, but the Pirates overplay her to the right side. I think she's probably pretty good with both hands, is the truth. Even though she shoots left-handed, she handles the ball equally well with both hands. The Pirates are playing her right side. Alacia Hull to inbounds it. Reset shot clock for the Scotties. McNamara back in against Morris, and she's fouled and will go to the free throw line. Morris gets her first foul. Show you the replay here in just a second. McNamara has 8 points in the game, has not hit a free throw until now.
One.
2-point lead. And now a 3-point lead and double figures for Cameron McNamara. Against State Fair, 19 points against North Central in the first week of December. 7 points and 15 rebounds, along with, get this, 5 blocks against North Central in December. She has 1 block in this game that I can remember. Knocked away from Russell. Here comes Highland with a 3-point lead and ahead to Love. Garnicia Love with 11 points. Russell back outside. Morris eyes the 3 and hits the 3. J.C. Morris, a 3-pointer. Pirates dig in with a 2-point deficit. See what they can do defensively. It's Love. And Copeland is there with the rebound. Fleming to Russell. Back to Bailey. Copeland. Morris has it. Fleming and Morris playing catch. Copeland kicks it outside. LaCoria Brown. 10 points for Brown, her second 3-pointer, and the Pirates by 1. As promised, this thing is going down to the final seconds. Hill had nowhere to go. Madrid. Love against Russell, the Pirates' best defender. Love again, the contact, the hoop, it'll count. So Hill is the one that got inside. She hits the basket and will have a chance at a 3-point play as Highland goes back on top. The second foul by Morris. Meineke into the lineup for the Pirates. Shakoria Hill is a 62% free throw shooter. Her 9 points in this afternoon's game have all come from the field. So 10 points and a 2-point lead for the Scotties. Brown will get a couple of free throws. So LaCoria has been very aggressive in this game. Shakoria Hill is called for the foul. LaCoria Brown will go to the line for 2. Pirates in the bonus. The next foul by North Central will put Highland in the bonus here with 3:18 remaining in the game. 11 points for LaCoria Brown. She had 5 Thursday against Johnson County. And 6 against Highland on the road. Alternating possession goes to the Scotties. And the Pirates are down by 1. Cameron McNamara back in for the Scotties with those 4 fouls. Number 40, the 6-1 post. Boy, Lamel pulled up on the dribble a little bit too early and just about got caught. Hill inside. Ooh, what a move, but she can't put it in. Meineke out to Russell. Russell all the way in, blocked out of bounds, and no foul. It's simply a block. Who got that one? McNamara was in the area, and she's the likely candidate. She goes out now, and in comes Madrid. Also in is Lucy Hardy. Men's game will come up right after the women's game. We'll also have a chance to visit, we hope, with Jenny Croy. Pirates down by 1. Fleming. Meineke. Russell. Fleming going to try to make something happen behind the screen by Meineke. Board comes to Love. Interesting that Copeland isn't in there right now. I think she's about to come in, but first a timeout taken by Highland here in the 4th quarter. It is going to be a wild finish, it looks like, and we hope you'll stay with us here on Pirates Digital Media.
Fully vested in the Trenton community since 1992, Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri is a firm foundation for your financial needs. Whether you choose to utilize the convenient mobile banking app, ATM, drive up or lobby, the local staff is dedicated to providing you exceptional service. Come grow with us. Farmers Bank of Northern Missouri, member FDIC.
Pirates and the Scotties, and a 1-point lead for Highland out of Kansas in the Kansas Jayhawk Conference. A long one by Love. Hill got the rebound and is quickly tied up by Russell. Is there a foul? Evidently there is. It looks like it's going to be on Russell, and that will be the 5th foul of the quarter. And a couple of free throws coming up for Love. Excuse me, it's going to be Shakoria Hill that'll be the shooter. Foul by Russell is her 2nd. Hill with 10 points. We'll have one more. She averages 8.4 points per game, 4.5 rebounds, almost 2 assists, and almost 2 steals per game. She's quite a player. 1 of 2. And the lead is 2. Madrid back in to play post for Highland. Around to Russell. Russell looking for Morris, but reaching in and knocking it away is Hall, but she also got a piece of Nay Russell. So Jalacia Hall will pick up a foul here, her first, but more importantly, the Pirates go to the line. Nay Russell is a 55% free throw shooter who has hit 2 free throws in this game.
Check it back in for Highland, number 11, Michaela Lamel, number 40, Cameron McNamara.
Russell with 2 free throws coming. Nay is from St. Louis. She's an early childhood development major at North Central and has hit 2 free throws here in a row. And we're tied at 53 with under 2 minutes to play. Lamel to McNamara, and Lamel takes the shot, gets her own rebound. Quickly to McNamara, backing in, couldn't get it to go. One more time for McNamara, blocked. LaCoria Brown comes out of there with it. Lots of contact, no whistle, and the Pirates have a chance to take the lead. Russell, Fleming, Morris, back to LaCoria Brown. Fleming, you hear the countdown of the shot clock. Russell, Fleming's gonna have to take it. And the board down to Lamel. Now with a minute to play, it's Highland's chance to take the lead. Hill trying to work. Morris did a pretty good job, but the ball comes loose. Lamel. McNamara couldn't outrace Russell to the ball, and now a foul. It looks like it will be against Zalicia Hall. Hall is pleading her case, but it's going to come down to Russell at the free throw line in a tie game. 32 seconds remaining, as you can see. Nay just hit a couple of moments ago. She has 6 points in the game, and she has 2 free throws awarded to her here. Pirates by 1. Shot clock is still in effect, although the shot clock and game clock are virtually the same. About 2 seconds difference as Highland will take the timeout. So it is going to be quite a finish, it looks like. Scotties will plan their strategy, and we're back in a moment.
Maggie, and I'm going to tell you how to order your books online. So once you get onto our website, which is bookstore.ncmissouri.edu, you can click on the textbook lookup, and you'll use your course codes off of your schedule. Once you have your items in your cart, you can check out by clicking Student Accounts and putting your financial aid number in.
Scotties look to overcome a 1-point deficit here with the basketball in their hands. 23 seconds on the shot clock and 25, almost 26 seconds on the game clock. This could be one of those situations in which they look to their post, Cameron McNamara, who is very good once she catches the ball inside, or they could count on her to hit the offensive boards on a shot by someone else. She's also very good at that, a very good offensive rebounder. Let's see which way Sandra Proctor goes with it. Starts with Lamel against Russell. There's McNamara. Boy, can't get the ball outside. Now Hill, after Brown runs into the screen, and Fleming intercepts. And a quick foul against Hill. It has been a game in which there have been a lot of no calls, and there was certainly a no call there on that screen. Either way, it would have made a difference. And instead, the turnover. And going to the line is Fleming to shoot a pair. She does not shoot a lot of free throws despite being a guard. She is 8 of 10. the daughter of a coach. She said during her halftime interview last week that her dad gives her a hard time because she doesn't get to the line often enough, but she's there right now trying to make it a 3-point game. 13 for Fleming and 5.7 seconds remaining. Let's see, this is going to be a 30-second timeout, so we will stay right here. We'll tell you about our upcoming schedule. We'll have the battle with Graceland University's JV teams on Monday, and then a week from Saturday, we go to the first regional contest of the year for the Pirates. Remember, this year, for the men at least, there are 3 regional opponents. There's Metro, there's St. Louis, and then Jefferson College is now in the region. For the women, they'll play Jefferson and they'll play Metro, but St. Louis has canceled their schedule, so they're back to having just 2 other teams in the region. And regional play starts on the 20th of January. Pirates by 3. Highland does have some good 3-point shooters. We've seen them tonight, but from the field, from the 3-point line, they are 2 of 14. Let's watch and see what happens. They need a 3 to tie. It's going to be tough. And a jump ball, it belongs to North Central. The Pirates will just throw it in. 0.2 of a second.
Your final score is the Pirates 56, Scotties 53.
It was not easy, but the Pirates end up winning it by 3 here at home after they trailed at the first quarter break, the halftime break, and the third quarter break. They win it 56-53, and we hope to have Jenny Croy with us here in just a moment as she will shake hands. You see her there at midcourt, and we hope to talk to Jenny in just a moment. Great win for the Pirates as they really battled as they had to in this game. And they go to 14-4 on the year. Highland will go to 12-5. Quick look at some of the stats while we wait for Jenny. 30% from the field for the Pirates and 27% for the Scotties. As the shooting not great on either side. Again, is that good defense? Is that bad offense? Hard to kind of tell, but that's the way it is. The turnovers evened up a little bit, 17 for North Central, 14 for Highland, but the 3-point shooting made a difference. The Pirates hit 5 more 3-pointers than Highland did in this game and winning it 56-53. Let's go down and talk to Jenny Croy. Jenny, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That was tough because you had to battle from the first whistle to the final horn.
We knew it was going to be tough like that, and it was going to be a physical game. But we still struggle offensively quite a bit. But luckily our defense was locked in and executed, especially in the second half. I thought the end of the first half, Kiara Franklin came in and just gave us huge minutes. Came in and looked to score, hit some big shots for us. I thought J.C. Morris's 3 in the second half was big, and then, of course, Bailey's free throws. And really, I think that last 3 minutes, we finally locked in a little bit and knew what it was going to take to get the win. We had to play smart. We couldn't get caught up in our emotions, and we kind of held it together, I think, and finished. So any way we can come out with a win is good, even though it was ugly.
Yeah, well, we'll take ugly at this point, right?
Right, we will, for sure.
When you shoot 30%, that's going to happen.
Well, that's
and
rough.
You did outshoot Highland 30-27%, so you got that going for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, you got to take the wins where you can.
Well, let's talk about Kiara a little bit because she ended up with 8 points in the second quarter, and like you said, that was a spark.
She was a huge spark for us. And she's a kid who's so capable. She's so fast and quick and smart on the floor, and she's that kid that continually works at her game as well. And so, we knew her time was coming. She would get that breakthrough moment, and I feel like, today she did that. She did defensively. She had a great steal, read it when the post went inside with it, and dug down and got the steal and the layup, and then hit a big three off Nay drove the middle and kicked out to her. She was shot ready and nailed that three. And so so happy for her to see that success on the court, and really hope it continues into our next games.
Thanks, Jenny. Congrats on the win.
Thanks.
Jenny Croy has been with us in the post-game show. Again, the Pirates win at 56-53. Real quick, Fleming ends up being the leading scorer for the Pirates. A couple of young ladies, Hill and Love, had 11 each. For Highland, Cam McNamara had 10, but was saddled with foul problems throughout the game. So the Pirates end up winning it here by 3. Our men's game is coming up next, and we will look forward to that. So because we have to switch over and get ready for now, we'll say we'll see you during the men's game coming up in just a moment. And that one should be a good one as well. So stay tuned here to Pirates.
Jolly Roger. Make sail, laddie. Walk that plank.